Partners, this week we're going to have fun. HD is our honoree. He grew up in Boston. When he was 28, he hocked everything he had and opened a corner pharmacy. He was just squeaking by when a friend said, "Hey, you have no soda fountain." In a few weeks, HD did have one. He was working behind the counter. A German friend gave him some recipes, and most ice creams were bland, but this friend's recipes call for 3 times the butter fat used in American recipes. HD's new ice cream was chocolate, which he gave to the high school kids after school. Our friend HD had a real winner, and he didn't stop at that. He didn't stop at chocolate. During the next 3 years, he added 27 more flavors. His neighborhood drugstore had standing room only crowds. He moved into a bigger building, providing a full-service restaurant across the street of a theater. He was across the street of a theater. A play was opening in Boston 5 miles from HD's building, and the mayor found the play too filthy and banned its opening. The producers learned the theater across from HD's theater would be happy to stage the play, and so they said, "We'll do that." It was 5 hours long. That's right, partners. The play ran for 5 hours with a 45-minute intermission. Where'd the theaters go? Well, you know, they went across the street to HD's place, ate supper, and 8 gallons of ice cream. One night, a wealthy businessman told our honoree he should build a restaurant in Boston. He said, "HD, I'll back you up on this." So HD did build a restaurant in Boston, and he kept going. He looked at a map, and he got the idea of following the old US 1 road down the Highway 1 corridor. Then another friend suggested he use a cartoon of the Pie Man going to the fair as the company's logo. Partner, I guess you guessed now. Our honoree is old HD Howard Deering Johnson. At its peak, the Howard Johnson restaurant chain had over 1,000 eateries. Johnson also made a major contribution to the restaurant chains. Much of his food was prepared at a central location and shipped frozen to his restaurants, assuring all of his major foods, especially his fried clams and seafood, and oh yes, his ice cream would taste the same all over the country. Sadly, after Howard Johnson died, his son carried on the tradition so poorly. The restaurants were misrun. Food became horrible. The final Howard Johnson's closed a year ago. The name lives on, though, in the motel chain he set up, Howard Johnson Motor Lodges. This chain was also a pioneer on the highways. Today, the motel chain is owned by the Wyndham Company. So a quiet man who only wanted to have his own pharmacy got interested in a super-rich ice cream, then opened a larger location and branched out into restaurants. Yeah, the ownership, with the help of a financier, he expanded that chain to 1,000 locations. 1976, during the bicentennial celebration, Howard Johnson's launched a stunning series of commercials. They showed families eating at Howard Johnson's restaurants all over the United States from coast to coast. Partners, here's the theme: the flavor of America. Wow, what a guy. Too bad his name was not carried on very well. I'd love to have a big bowl of his chocolate ice cream right now. Okay, friends, you know the drill. Look at that big red X up there in the corner. Click on it and you'll be whisked right back here to this week's report. I love you guys. Thanks, Dix. Thank you so much. Go get 'em, Tigers!